Hey, welcome back to Age 40 Years yet again. My name is Greg, and today we are back on some Jack Daniels. So, before we get started, reminder, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment. I like if you comment, and let me know what you think. So, I can help pick different bourbons, different things, different stuff to review, and also get better at this overall. Today we got another interesting one. We got a Jack Daniels bottle. I've done a few Jack Daniels now, and this one I got a call from Tina at Clyde's, and she said, "Greg, I'll hold you one of these if you want one." And I said, "I'll be right there." So they sold me this bottle, I believe, for $75, which is right around MSRP. I just picked it up the other day. I've already opened it and tried it. Then I let it sit, and now we'll officially try it. And review it. Just a little bit of bottle details, because one of the things I love about Jack Daniels is they put so much information on here for us. So this is a throwback to their 2018 Heritage release or Heritage barrel that they did. Hasn't been around since then, but this is what they call a modern interpretation of earliest barrel making process, featuring handcrafted, heavily toasted, and low char barrels. And if you know me, I like heavily toasted and I like low char. I had a Char 5 Penelope at one point that I dumped it down the drain. I don't do that with many product. I bought one of their Char 3s or Char 1s, and it was great. Heavy Char 1, fantastic. So I think this one's gonna resonate with me pretty good. Some details on the neck, which is cool. Barrel entry 7/7/17. So this went in almost on my birthday in 2017. I'm trying to think, where was I living in 2017? I was living in Atlanta at the time when this went into the barrel. So that's cool. Barrel number 2504122. It was then bottled 7/18/25. That is like a month ago. So this is fresh. Fresh. I think it goes into the barrel at 100, and then they proof it to 100. So this is a 100 proof, 50% alcohol by volume product. And shout out to Jack Daniels finally. Okay, I don't know what the plan is here because we seem to be a little mixed, but this is a 750 again. Shout out to 750. Jack kind of experiments. I've got one of these back here. The barrel proof rye, 750. But then I got some of those up there, like the 10, the 12, the Coy Hill. It's just varying levels of size, and I don't understand it. But this is a regular old Jack Daniels size bottle. So great job, Jack Daniels. Not that they care what I think. Now, details about this bottle. Here's what they say. Here's what they want you to know. Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey, aged for at least 7 years in heavily toasted heritage barrels, produces a rich, balanced whiskey with strong notes of vanilla, marshmallow, and toffee. I think it's worth noting, this is not a bourbon. This is a Tennessee whiskey. If in this video I said it's a bourbon, I apologize. It's not. It is not a bourbon. So it is a single barrel, heritage barrel Tennessee whiskey. It is a Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey through and through. Just aged a little bit different in a different product. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I get what they're talking about with that toasted marshmallow. I mean, that's right in your face. It's not as toasted though. Maybe this is a char. I know it says it's a heavy toast, but a light char. I think it's just more marshmallowy than it is toasty, honestly. It's really good though. There's some sort of underlying, like, I can't get past like a fingernail polish type of smell. I grew up with sisters, and I have 2 daughters, and I don't know if that's what the toasted marshmallow is giving me a little bit of, but there's a lot of sweetness here. Now that being said, there's some sort of like just light underlying fingernail polish that my nose is like, yeah, you don't like that, but it's not enough to necessarily change my opinion. Good nose. Or, you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if any of you grew up making models, like putting models together, scale models of things. I used to like making military ones, so I'd do planes or little boats, things like that. there was this little black bottle of glue with a long metal spout that would just put out a drop of glue at a time. And it kind of brings me back to that smell, that glue, of just sitting over my models using that glue. It's a weird throwback. I don't, if any, shout out to any of you if you know that little black kind of, it's almost like a triangular bottle with a really thin metal spout. I don't know, neck. Who knows? Anyway, let's taste it. Let's shut up about glue. Okay. That's crazy. That is, I mean, that really is like a campfire toasted marshmallow on the palate. I'm not getting the Jack Daniel's banana. No, I take that back. Maybe like a, like a banana pudding, banana cream pie, but like eat just a little bit of it and the crust. As somebody who has a family recipe for banana cream pie for as long as I've known in the family, my wife makes it now, my mom made it, my grandma made it. That tastes like when you get to that last little piece of crust and there's just a little bit of banana cream pie, like the custard's still on there, but you get a little bit of that vanilla-y, crusty flavor. That marshmallow, a little bit of whipped cream in there. It's pretty good. No, what's interesting is when I first tried this, first pour, opened it up this week, I didn't really think it was that special. In fact, I kind of came into this thinking maybe this release just isn't for me. But in the amount of time it's had to open up, get out, I don't know that neck pour really is a thing. I mean, shake it up and it's not a neck pour anymore, right? So I feel like I have a different opinion of this today. You know, to their points of vanilla, marshmallow, and toffee, that's of course all there. But you get like that, because you get those flavors, it is like a banana cream pie taste. And it didn't get me at first. It was the toasted marshmallow that's right on the palate up front. But dang, if that doesn't just turn into some awesome banana cream pie. Finish, I would say the finish is light. It's a 100 proof product. It doesn't hang around a long time. It's good though. It's balanced, it's smooth, which you would kind of want, in my opinion. If it all of a sudden got real harsh or spicy at the end, after all that sweetness through the middle point, you know, I don't know that would be a great fit. So the way they've put together this profile is really, really good. I don't know how easily these are going to be available right away. I do think that long term, this is the goal of Jack Daniel's is to make this a regular shelf release. So if you really want that sweeter profile, I think this is a really nice release that they've put together here, which I'm a little surprised to be saying, quite frankly. I'm gonna try it again. Let's go back again. I hope everybody's doing all right out there. It's been really weird lately in the southeast. It's, you know, in South Carolina where I live, it's been raining a lot, like nonstop. I mean, nonstop. And we had a gutter company come out to clean out our gutters, and they sent me pictures of all the gutters. Well, the day after that happened, I go outside and it's pouring, and the gutter is just overflowing. I was like, gosh, dang it. Can't get anything done right. And I'm not gonna say who it was. But the power of reviews or comments or anything is pretty wild, because they asked me to send a review with a picture or a video, and so I did. Well, my review was a 1 out of 5 stars because it was the day after and the gutter's just overflowing. Well, I got a call immediately the next working day. So this was a Saturday that I got the request for a review. They were there on Friday, which is Thursday, which is pretty. No, they were there on Friday. Pretty quick turnaround on them wanting the review. And of course it rained. And they called me on Monday, like, we will be out there by 8:30. Okay. Well, they disassembled the entire gutter and this is no fault of theirs. I just wish they would have caught it when they were doing it. But there were 2 tennis balls stuck in the downspout. And none of us play tennis. We've not bought a tennis ball in years. Play a little pickleball, but no tennis. So that's previous homeowner. We've been in this house for 3 years and have dealt with that gutter. I just thought it was full of pine straw and crap. And I've been up there and trying to snake it, and this stupid thing didn't work. Well, of course it's not going to work. It's like a dryer lint cleaner. That's not going to push out a tennis ball. So they disassembled the whole thing, got it out. We're all good. Anyway, it's been raining a lot. Grass is growing like crazy here, and just really been odd time of the year. We just recently had Hurricane Aaron offshore. Luckily didn't do any damage where we are, just a little bit of rain, but canceled my daughter's soccer tournament today. So anyway, let's go back in. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. I mean, so if we start getting into the would I buy it, would I recommend it? For that price point, it's at least a 7-year product. And what mine is 7/7/17 from bottled 7/18/2025 all the way. Yeah, so mine's basically an 8-year product. That's pretty cool. I gotta say, I recommend this thing. That's awesome if they're gonna make it a regular release. I wasn't expecting to recommend this. That's the fun thing about doing this, is my initial just quick little sip that I had off of it when I first opened it wasn't great. That nail polishy smell that I talked about, or model glue, not really as prominent as maybe the first time. And the flavor, the palate, exceptional. So I got nothing to complain about. I think the nose is the weakest part in my opinion. It's sweet, but it's got that kind of, for me, had that little bit of off thing. But the palate and the finish are so strong that I got to give this thing around an 8.5 probably. I'd probably give this an 8.5 for the price point too. Recently done some more limited release stuff. We did a Russell's 13. We did a Bomburgers. And, I would say, in my opinion, the Bomburgers of the 3, the best. Bold, delicious, great progression through the whole profile. But this one's not far behind it. I don't remember the number I gave the Bomburgers. It's a little bit more pricey. But I think they're both better than the Russell's 13, which is just crazy. So maybe we have a blind coming up where we got to combine some of these. But I think that Jack Daniel's done a great job here. If this really does become a shelfer like the Barrel Proof Rye, like some of the other stuff they've done, that'd be a welcome addition. I think the price point they're looking at is reasonable for what you get, for the flavor, for the age. I would expect it'll be a while before you see it as a regular shelfer, similar to the Barrel Proof Rye that just was very difficult to get, but now it's on every shelf, which is awesome. But I highly recommend this. I would suggest you pick one up. Don't think you'll have to back it up, but if you like it enough, go ahead. And I just remind you, hey, please, of course, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe the video, and like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, please drink responsibly, and cheers.